Have you ever felt the food that you constantly consume never ceases to feel boring?
To the point that you could eat them over and over again?
Well, the food that you never get bored of are due to the food additive being added into the meals.
Let's start off with Sunset Yellow FCF.
Okay, so sunset yellow or disodium 2 hydroxy 1,4-sulfonatophenylazonaphthalene 6-sulfonate is what you normally get in edible cheese rings, soft drinks, food decorations, and many more.
What's interesting is that these food dyes got banned in places like Norway, Finland, Sweden, United States, and Japan due to its severe health complication.
Wait, what?
Not to mention, you could also get ADHD, diarrhea, migraines, and other health problems from excess intake. Excess ingestion of this compound can lead to allergic and asthmatic reaction, in-eat damage, kidney dysfunction, and possible immunotoxicity.
Yikes! That's one scary food dye. Moving on to the next one, which is Allura Red.
These drinks look so glossy and red. I wonder how they do this.
Oh, that drink foodie one? It's called Allura Red. It is disodium 2 hydroxy 1,2-methoxy 5-methyl-4-sulfonate phenylazonaphthalene 6-sulfonate that is usually mixed with sodium chloride and sodium sulfate.
Oh yes, you can actually find this food dye in drinks, bakery products, cake powders, candies, cereals, drugs, and cosmetics.
However, it is shown to cause allergies, food allergy, cancer, multiple sclerosis, ADHD, neurological damage, fatigue, cardiovascular disease, and asthma.
These are the reasons why some countries like USA, Denmark, and others ban this product. As red as it is surely hazardous to human health.
Let's hope the last food coloring, Tetrazine, will be a good one.
On a hot day, there is simply nothing more refreshing than tasty ice cream.
Wait a minute. Did you know that there's Tetrazine in the ice cream? It is composed of trisodium salt of 3-carboxy, 5-hydroxy, 1-parasulfophenyl, 4-sulfophenyl azoparazole.
To add it up, it is not only used in food products, but it is also widely used in cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. It can also be used to produce various green shades by combining with other dyes like E142 Green S and 133 Brilliant Blue FCF.
At least this additive is not bad, right?
Well, for those who have tetrazine intolerance, they might have symptoms similar to an allergic reaction that rises upon consumption. And also, studies have shown that it can increase hyperactivity in children.
And due to that, this additive is banned in countries such as Austria and Norway.
Since we're done with food colorings, wanna move on to the antioxidants?
Oh, sure do.
Well, what you're eating right now contain butylated hydroxyanisole, BHA, and butylated hydroxytoluene, BHT. BHA looks white or yellowish in color, while BHT looks like white crystals. Where can you see these antioxidants? Right here! Both of these antioxidants are used to prevent oxidative rancidity of fats and odors.
Did you know that despite being used as preservative and antioxidants in food in a controlled manner, BHA and BHT were shown to be carcinogenic and cause adverse effects to animals.
Wait, what? So, how can I munch the food that's giving me cancer?
Well, that's up for debate, but they are banned in Japan, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and European countries. That's probably a wise choice.
Food wouldn't have tasted delicious without flavor enhancer.
Exactly! Should have talked about this sooner. Let's proceed on the inosinic acid.
So delicious.
I know, right? Well, it's all thanks to inosinic acid. It consists of one phosphate group that is esterified to the sugar moiety and hypoxanthine as the base and plays important role as a flavor enhancer in chocolate, instant noodles, meats, baking product, pharmaceutical drugs, etc.
Sadly, it is banned in Australia and New Zealand as it associates with several health concerns from consumers and also governing authorities. Plus, it is not suitable for asthma patients, vegans, and also Jews, Muslims, and Hindus.
But
Don't worry, the water-free basis of inosinic acid in Malaysia is within the range of 97 to 102%, and it is derived solely from animal or vegetable sources, so it is consumable.
Well, that's all about the inosinic acid. Proceeding on to the monosodium glutamate MSG.
I could never get bored eating this rice. Why is it so addicting?
Oh, that's because you're eating a meal with monosodium glutamate or MSG in it. MSG is a sodium salt of L-glutamic acid that originates from seaweed, gelatin, and rice syrups naturally.
You can find this food additive in processed meats, soup, stew, and other food. It's even in almost every Asian cuisine as well.
Okay. Why is my hand itching so badly?
Oh, you're exhibiting one of the food allergies that MSG gets criticized for. It is also causes hyperactivity in children. The MSG disrupts your glutamate receptors and activates neurotransmitters that can cause obesity, metabolic diseases, and neurotoxic effects on reproductive organs.
Wait, what? Wh- Why am I sweating?
Well, you are experiencing one of the Chinese restaurant syndrome. This syndrome also includes the burning sensation in the mouth, chest pain, facial pressure, tingling, flushing, sweating, and generalized weakness.
No wonder Halal Certifying Body Turkey and Punjab Food Authority PFA in Pakistan has banned this product from being imported into the country.
Well, in some Western countries, MSG is not explicitly branded, but they're still being served in many Asian restaurants. Moving on to the last food enhancer, stevioglycoside, aka stevia.
According to previous study, stevia is a non-nutritive sweetener in countries like Malaysia, Japan, Korea, and some South American.
However, it is banned in certain European region because I heard stevia can cause infertility in male reproductive system.
Don't scare the innocent man. There are some researchers that deny this claim, so it is still inconclusive. Moreover, it serves as a good dietary supplement for patients with diabetes and phenylketonuria as a substitute for sugar.
Oh, yes. And stevia are known to be more sweet compared to the regular sugar because it has compound called stevioside and ribaudioside A that are found in it.
Wow, what a splendid additive!
I know, right? It seems that we have reached to the last additive that we are going to discuss, which is ferric lactate.
I wonder what is in the milk.
Have you ever heard of ferric lactate? It is a greenish white crystal with a relatively weak and characteristic smell and also known as iron 2 lactate and iron 2,2-hydroxypropanoate.
Ferric lactate is an ingredient used in food as a nutrient supplement to fortify food with iron. It is widely used in the form of freely water-soluble iron supplement in proper doses for infant formula and vegetarians to meet their requirements.
Well, however, there are several side effects that might arise from this additive, including metallic taste, discoloration, speckling development of off flavors, and also fat oxidation.
In addition, it might be a great concern for the individuals with metabolic defects, especially those under excessive exposure to iron. This will eventually lead to accumulation of iron in the body and lead to clinical symptoms of the disease.
That sounds sickening.
That's the reason why this additive is banned to be used in Australia and New Zealand.
All of the additives are kind of scary, but they still make the food taste yummy.
Yeah, some of it are toxic or maybe detrimental to either human or animal. That's why standards have been set by the government so that the bad effects might not affect as much. Well, we've finally reached the final conclusion on how these food additives are still being used in Malaysia but got banned in other countries for health reasons.
Although they're still being served in many kinds of food and beverages, the Ministry of Health of Malaysia have carefully regulated the amount needed depending on the products.
And you as the consumers should make a wiser choice whether you want to have this in your body system. Thank you for listening to our presentation.